guys, my name is Tippy Hendrix. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be reacting to I Did a Thing. This one is called How Dangerous Are Metal Straws? Make sure you thumbs up the video, leave a comment, subscribe. It does help grow the channel. I have never seen I Did a Thing, and so I'm kind of excited to see what the heck this is about. Let's get into it.
How are you going? Environmentalism is quite the trendy trend around the world at the moment. And it's
What a
great.
nice kitchen he
Everybody's
has.
pretending they're helping the environment, from normal people to governments to big companies, like everyone's favorite environmentally friendly oil
Oh, bird. I don't know what kind.
refinery, BP. And a big focus has been on plastic waste and its harm to the environment and in
I've always wanted to try oil, like our gasoline. It smells great. I'm not going to drink it. Don't worry. I'm just saying that it smells really good.
particular the oceans.
Don't jump in
And
there.
one of
That's
the biggest
gross.
plastic culprits that really gets us riled up are stupid plastic straws. And it seems like we have specifically designed plastic straws to torture sea turtles.
I feel bad for the turtles. I hate metal straws. I hate the feeling in my mouth.
Can you imagine you're just gracefully swimming along in the ocean and then you unwillingly deep nose a straw down your
He needs a
nose hole?
bigger tub.
And then, worst of all, you'd have flippers for hands so you can't take it out. So you have to live the rest of your life with a red straw up your nose until eventually you die a painful, embarrassing death.
Well, now I feel bad
And
for the
I
turtles.
honestly don't know how anything without fingers and hands is still alive. But regardless, we shouldn't let all fingerless things fall victim to straws.
You're kind here. Oh, god damn it! I feel bad for the turtles. And reenactment made me feel even worse for the turtles. Ugh, but I do hate a metal straw, and I do love a plastic straw. If we could bring those back, that would be pretty sick, and not the biodegradable kind.
So, to stop turtles from deep-nosing all our straws, some pubs and non-alcoholic pubs have started to phase out plastic straws. But because
There are
people
non-alcoholic
require
pubs?
straws to drink, people are buying fancy metal reusable straws as alternatives.
It's awful. It's so
And
bad.
to be honest, I don't really know why you need to use a straw at all. When is it not alright to just use your mouth?
Some of us are messy drinkers, sir. Some of us don't have good dexterity, and some of us prefer a straw. All right? I don't care if it's baby mode. I like it.
Unless you're smashed in a bar and you accidentally ordered an expensive cocktail and then it's got leaves and other things hanging out of it, you don't
Looks
want to
good, not
spill it on
gonna lie.
yourself or poke yourself in the eye.
Flashing
Then
warning.
you can use a straw. Or if you actually have a physical impairment that means you need a straw, then I don't really think you have an excuse, and you can just pour liquid into your mouth like humans have been doing for the past 3 million years.
It's called being whimsical, sir. All right? I like my whimsy in my drink.
So these metal straws market themselves as great alternatives.
They're
They are
not.
reusable, cheap, and most importantly, they don't deep nose sea turtles, which is definitely a good thing. But then,
What's in that smoothie? That's a delicious looking smoothie, sir. Drop the recipe. Also, I don't like metal straws because then I have to clean them and I don't know how to clean the inside of a metal straw, okay? You get like one of those little twisty McBrushes, the ones that fit inside a straw, but then that's an extra thing I have to buy on top of the metal straw. This seems like so much work for me already.
I read these articles,
Don't do that.
Died after a metal straw
and the
entered her
media is
eye
going
during
crazy
the
over
rain.
this, with over 50 articles from news outlets all around the world. So, what I wanted to do today was test whether this was just a freak accident, or if these straws actually are a safety concern.
If you
And we
could
are
die by
basically
metal straw, can't you
replacing
die by
all our
regular straw?
plastic straws with drinking knives.
That's
I
safe.
know from experience that
That's a
each
gross
straws are
sponge. Throw that
sharp.
out.
I remember when I was a wee lad and my mate told me to stab myself as hard as I could with a straw, and I stupidly did it and dug the straw probably half a centimetre into my arm. And look, I still have the scar now.
I lied. I doubt.
So
Damn it, I
can
fell
totally
for it.
imagine that the metal straws are going to be more dangerous than plastic ones. And I'm going to test it in 2 parts.
I don't like that
I'm
he's
gonna
using that
make
gross
some kind
sponge.
of human head analog, and then I'm going to get a normal object that we are used to having in our mouth, like a fork, and see what happens if you fall face first on that. Then I'm going to do the same thing with a metal straw and see which one is worse.
I feel like
And then
both
if
are
that doesn't
bad.
work, I'm going to either shoot the straw out of an air cannon or fire it with a bow, or so get some destruction. And the
Yeah,
first thing
gotta
I
have a
need
little
to
bit of
do is order
distraction.
some more metal straws. And I ordered a 3-pack, which is presumably for people that want to drink their drink really fast. And for some reason, it arrived with this ominous card. You may not have tomorrow. Where will you spend eternity? Death is a reality we all must face. And the
What kind of straws are you buying? Your straw comes with an existential crisis? I've been buying the wrong straws.
question you need to ask yourself is, where am I going to go when I die? And these are all very valid questions, which I think about every day.
Does heaven
But
have
I refuse
straws?
to engage in an existential conversation with a packet of straws, especially not after last time.
That's the little
and there's
brush.
also a little nose cleaner, which is
Don't
very
do that.
kind of you. ebay.com.au.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
buying one of those. They've been in
So
someone's
I was
nose.
it's immediately obvious that these straws are super sharp. Like, feel intentionally sharpened. And looking at it under a magnifying glass, I can see that there's actually a bevel on the end. And this is very strange. The bevel, the ominous death card, this has convinced me that I have uncovered a conspiracy in which large corporations are attempting to kill environmentally friendly smoothie drinkers.
Oh my god. He's so smart. What's a bevel? He should have explained that. Sir, you should use smaller words. I'm assuming it means pointy thing. We're all learning today.
So before we do the full-scale test, I just wanted to
Is that a
quickly
plum?
see how much force it takes to pass this straw through a potato. And
Oh, it's a potato.
the potato took 2.145 kilos for the straw to pass through. And now I'm going to do a knife. And the knife took 1.5 kilos.
Wow, so much
That's
less?
surprisingly close. So with
Never
those
mind, it was
numbers,
close.
you could technically say that straw is 60% knife. All right, on to the big test.
Makes
And
sense.
I'm
I don't know
gonna
math.
test the cutlery first, as I want to know what I'm dealing with, as it's not really a fair criticism of metal straws if we are also putting
That's not enough sauce for your pasta. I know I'm being nitpicky here. I'm just saying that that's not enough sauce.
cutlery in our mouth every day, which might be equally as deadly. Although I guess you don't usually move around doing active activities like eating a plate of spaghetti with a fork in your mouth the whole time.
We should do that more. You should, next time you're eating your spaghetti, first of all, he's very good at balancing. Second of all, next time you're eating your spaghetti, do an activity. That's what I'm learning. That's what we're finding out together. Also, what kind of apron is that? It's odd. Is that a leather apron? A suede one?
And I thought this would be a great time to thank my Patreons. Because of all of you lovely people.
Thanks to his Patreons.
And sometimes, when I'm feeling a little indulgent, I even treat myself to buying fettuccine. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You should use angel hair, though. Fettuccine is a
So
crap
first
wrap
step in my
pasta.
human head analog is mixing up a batch of my mum's famous ballistic gelatin. And this recipe was
What's
passed down
that?
from generation to generation. And I was going to buy a piece of meat or an animal head to test the straw on, but that would have been a little freaky and I don't want to get demonetized. And all I did was mix up gelatin in cold water till it looks and tastes like mashed potato.
Wow, that's disgusting. Guy, don't do that. For future, I'm just saying, don't do that. That's Jello? What's gelatin? I feel like, actually, okay. Pre-Jello. That's what, okay, understand now. That's disgusting. I hate it.
Then, just give it a bath in some warm water to calm it down and liquidate it.
I've never seen Jello made this way.
So once it's set, this ballistic gelatin here is meant to simulate human flesh. And I also put a piece of thin plywood inside, which should simulate bone. And then
First of all, I am more than just gelatin and wood, okay? I don't understand how gelatin simulates flesh. If it's hot outside, I don't melt. Although, maybe Jello doesn't either. I'm not positive. Let's see him shoot some stuff.
And this is a sophisticated dropping rig I came up with. And
That's
I
a
made
catapult.
this to simulate a person falling completely flat onto their face with a straw in their mouth. And this is how it works. You put the impaling object on
Okay.
this side, and then the ballistic gel on the other side. So then when you drop it and it hits the ground, the straw pokes through and comes out the other side.
It seems like something I would build. It seems very unscientific.
And obviously this whole rig doesn't weigh quite the same as a person, but people also don't fall flat in a motionless arc onto the ground.
Says you. Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
So hopefully the speed of this rig makes up for the lack of weight. And the fork's up first.
Okay. He's edging us.
And that was a solid hit. Absolutely terrifying.
You destroyed your jello. So that's saying that you are a piece of wood and you have a hole in your wood face and you are chewing on a fork that you will impale your jello.
And even though it's just ballistics gelatin, I feel a little bit sorry for it.
You should. You
And
did that.
Yeah, the fork has penetrated the plywood, and I was not expecting that.
How's your
And on
jello so
closer
tough?
inspection, it doesn't look like the fork went all the way through, but just caused the wood to blow out on the other side, which has still probably caused brain damage.
So that's your brain on drugs.
And I have high hopes.
Here we go, round 2.
And that is insane.
Holy
The straw
cannoli.
Easily went through the wood and the ballistics gel.
Why?
So
Did the fork get stopped, but the straw didn't? That's the back of your head. How did that happen? Ooh, science brain. All right, ready? It's a smaller surface area. Am I right? I feel like I got it right.
So we're going to do it again this time, but now with slow motion and a thicker piece of wood.
Loving the Crocs. No! That's the back of your head, apparently.
And that is dumb. The wood offers no resistance. It just pops through. And I don't know what to say. I guess it kind of makes sense. If you fall straight onto a sharp metal object, it's going to go through.
It's got jello inside of it.
And even though I got the results I wanted,
This makes me
I
not
am
want to use metal
still
straws
going
even
to shoot it
more.
with a bow, even though I have no reason.
Mission accomplished.
And also, I kind of idea of Americans watching Australians shoot stuff with a bow and thinking, what is this weak firepower? My 24F sock pistol does more damage than that.
First of all, Americans own bows and arrows. Not like it's a forgotten art. We own them. We also do keep our guns in our socks, just saying. You were right about that.
But yeah, to the straw. I was not expecting that amount of damage. And after these results, I don't think that person's death was a freak scenario. These straws are really dangerous, and that's going to happen if you fall on one.
So
And I'm a bit
moral,
confused why
don't
we're
fall
not
on one.
warning people about it. Like, we tell kids not to run with scissors, and in America, they ban Kinder Surprise for being dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know
are we
why
not
they
telling
did that.
people not to take photos of themselves on Instagram with straws in their mouth. And I think the thing that actually makes this the most terrifying is the seeming lack of danger. Like, put scissors in your mouth. You're aware that you're doing something stupid, so you're not going to jump or run or do push-ups. But with something like a straw, you don't really.
You would
think
do
of
if
it
you're
as
an
a
Australian
dangerous
man.
object, so you go about your normal daily activities. So now, I'm going to try and wrap up this video, but I don't really know what I want my point to be.
Is the point that straws suck? Nailed it. 10 out of 10. Look, I've been a metal straw hater from day one, so I'm on board.
But I reckon overall, the metal straw trend is definitely a good thing for the world.
Oh, never
And I'm a
mind.
little
We're
bit
not on the
torn
same
because
page.
On one hand, plastic straws are horrible for the environment, but they won't go through your head if you fall on them. So I reckon the safest thing for everyone to do is just stop using any straws unless you're drunk.
First of all, don't tell me what to do. Second of all, his point was that straws are dangerous. I'm a metal straw hater from the beginning, and I feel bad for the turtles, but also I'm going to stick with my straws. Thank you, I did a thing. That was a lot of fun. I feel like I learned things. If you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, and check out our other videos, and let me know in the comments what I should react to next. Yay!